Auxiliary Nagabo, the Vice President and the Second Secretary General retired Dr. C. Julian Chwende, the Vice President and Second Secretary General retired KCD Mohadi, our National Chairman and the Minister of Defense, Comrade O.C.Z. Chimuri Kashiri, the Secretary General of ZANU-PF, Comrade Dr. Moses Ofu, members of the Central Committee and Politburo, members of the Elders Council, members of the National Consultative Assembly, our host, ZANU-PF Provincial Chairman for the Midlands Province, Comrade Dalima Vima, Honorable Ministers who are here, Deputy Ministers, veterans of liberation struggle, the President of the Chiefs Council, Honorable Senator Chief Mchana Kumalo, Namama Zamabose, Panondo Premigezai, the Chief Secretary to the President Cabinet, Dr. Shoya, Chairman of the Public Service Commission, Dr. Vincent Bungwe, senior government officials who are here, representatives of sister liberation movements who are here, members of the diplomatic corps, I recognize you, our affiliates, representatives of business, students, women and youth organizations who are here, conference delegates, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. It is my honor to address this 20th National People's Conference of our Revolutionary Mass Party, ZANU-PF, being held at this historic city of Gweru and convening under the theme towards Vision 2030 through Devolution, Industrialization, and Modernization. The conference provides us with another opportunity to gather as members of one united family and leadership of a colossal party from the various structures countrywide. As we meet today in a joyous atmosphere, following the convincing victory by the people of Zimbabwe, and indeed our revolutionary party, over the machinations of our country's perennial detractors and their local Trojan horses, who masquerade as opposition political parties, passing out. Together in unity, we defeated them all and successfully defended our sovereignty, territorial integrity, and independence. The victory of ZANU-PF in the peaceful, free, fair, transparent, and credible 2023 harmonized general elections demonstrates that the people of our great motherland, Zimbabwe, have confidence in our leadership, in ZANU-PF, which is the only party that can lead our independent country into a brighter and a more prosperous future. Once again, I congratulate all our provinces, our wings of the party, our affiliate organizations for your unparalleled mobilization and organizational capabilities. Our hard work and the unity of purpose saw us realize the well-deserved and emphatic election victory. The people of Zimbabwe spoke loudly and freely through their democratic right to vote, which remains our inheritance from the sacred blood of many departed sons and daughters of our beloved nation, Zimbabwe. The collective voice of our people gave ZANU-PF a new 5-year mandate to serve the people of our motherland, Zimbabwe, leaving no one and no place behind it. Our collective vote must be respected and safeguarded. Whether our detractors like it or not, ZANU-PF icharamba ichingoto, tichingoto, tingongoto, vachingotsama. May I therefore sincerely thank you, members of the party, including all our churches, for providing requisite leadership and heeding my call for peace, unity, tolerance, love, and non-violence before, during, and after the elections. Congratulations. As one people and descendants of Emperor Mulumtapa, we stayed true to our party motto: peace, unity, and development. I say to you, well done, comrades. Well done, ZANU-PF. Under ZANU-PF, we shall continue to be proud Zimbabweans and the proud Africans in our identity, our philosophy, and our actions. The growing sense of confidence and the self-belief in our own abilities as a people will be cultivated and entrenched for the realization of our national vision 2030. My dear comrades, before I proceed, may I invite the conference to rise and observe a minute of silence in honor and remembrance of all fellow comrades, colleagues, and cadres of our party who passed on since our last 7th National People's Congress held in October 2022. I thank you, may be seated. May their departed souls continue to rest in eternal peace. Comrade delegates, the holding of this conference following defining elections in the history of our country is fortunate. It was here in Gweru and iconic Mutapa Hall in May 1964. I'm happy that I attended that one. If I may brief you, we were only 7 trained cadres in May 1964 who attended the conference in Mutapa. And none of my the other 6, they are all gone. And the only survivor of 7 trained cadres. At that congress in Mutapa Hall, 1964, resolutions were passed to wage our protracted armed liberation struggle. That was a great vision Because here is a Congress which declares to wage armed struggle, and they will only 7 trained cadres in the country. That critical decision to wage armed struggle set the tone for scaled-up militancy, resistance, and direct military confrontation of the brutal and racist colonial regime of Ian Smith. At Iwawa and Escombela, among other places here in Midlands province, many of our country's founding fathers and the luminaries were incarcerated, detained, and restricted by the Rhodesian settler regime. Party cadres and membership in general should never forget this rich liberation to continuously learn from our past. The course of our party as we march forward towards Vision 2030 through devolution, industrialization, and modernization must continue to be inspired by that same spirit of fortitude and resilience as we deepen our revolutionary development. A lot of white lies I heard. We must all fold up our sleeves and work hard for motherland, Zimbabwe. The ever-changing socio-economic and political challenges, together with the illegal sanctions on our motherland, should never discourage us. We must defend and consolidate the notable achievements of our great country in honor of the departed heroes of our country, some of whom never lived to see our hard-won independence, our freedom, and our democracy. As such, this conference is not business as usual. We must re-examine ourselves, build on our party's strength, address our weaknesses, and sharpen strategies to accelerate the implementation of our people-centered development policies, projects, and programs. The theme and composition of this 20th National People's Conference compels us all to thoroughly consider and proffer pro-people policies. As Zimbabweans, we cannot afford to undertake our national development programs at a snail pace. Our country has already been robbed of time for development due to the 23 years of sanctions. We must never bury our heads in sand. The revolutionary people, the resilient children of Monomtapa, we should march forward with resolve. Let us therefore continue to guarantee successes in agriculture and food security, our mining, our manufacturing, and tourism, among other sectors. The last 5 years have shown that we can achieve as a people when we are peaceful, united, and hard-working. Riding on the successful devolution and decentralization agenda, greater attention should be paid to driving modernization and industrialization right from the grassroots level. Rural industrialization and the growth of the macro, small and medium enterprise sector as the vehicle for modernization and the growth of our economy is critical. In this regard, we must take full advantage of the ongoing science, technology, and innovation revolution, as well as our domestic resources, diverse skills, and entrepreneurial mindset, especially among our young talented boys and girls. Our national development philosophy, Nika Innovapa, Ego Tonga, Ego Namatika, never. This philosophy is deep-rooted. In terms of philosophy, it cannot be challenged. It is true in the past, it is true now, it shall be true in future, that Nika Inova Igo Tonga, Igo Namatiwa, never. This will never change. We therefore must encourage every citizen of our great nation, Zimbabwe, whether at home or in the diaspora, to do more to build and contribute towards the modernization of our motherland, Zimbabwe. We must never look back. Against all odds and the ill wishes of our detractors, Zimbabwe ili kuramba ichingofamba vachida vasingani icharamba ichingofamba tichibudirira tichishandura upenyu hwevanhu vedu isu vaIsrael. This is what we will continue to do as ZANU-PF. My dear comrades, the stage of our national development, as reflected in the conference agenda, requires us to be solution givers, not problem creators. Towards profiling and implementing high-impact policies, projects, and programs to address challenges facing our people. Us and us alone can resolve our challenges if we are united and peaceful. It is my expectation, dear comrades, that the resolutions of this important conference of our party must drive production, productivity, and a prosperous development trajectory for our nation. Through this conference, our revolutionary party has another opportunity to mobilize and unite the people of our great motherland, Zimbabwe, around our common national vision, Nika Inova Igo Tonga, Igo Namati, never. It is critically important for us to promote equalized development, industrialization, and modernization without leaving anyone and no community behind. The values of hard, honest work, discipline, patriotism, and serving our nation wholeheartedly must be harnessed for the well-being of the ordinary citizenry across the breadth and length of our country. We must be remembered individually and collectively for working towards the modernization and the growth of our motherland, not for dividing our people. Our land and agriculture sector remains the mainstay of our economy and an avenue for increased household food security. We have introduced the policy where each household is made food secure, which has improved incomes, wealth creation and empowerment to lift many of our people out of poverty in prosperity at the household level. I commend the party for providing the necessary leadership that has seen all our provinces realizing unprecedented milestones for the last 3 agriculture seasons. Our country is now food secure. According to projections, we will this year have another record bumper wheat harvest. I challenge this conference to come up with additional strategies to strengthen overall productivity in the agriculture sector, further develop agro-value chains, and increase agriculture exports. The Zanu government is scaling up the timely distribution of inputs, dam construction across all our provinces, irrigation development to reduce the risk of climate change in our country and mitigate climate change by construction of dams in every single province. Additionally, we are determined to ensure that over the next 5 years, the majority of our country's 35,000 villages will have solar-powered bores in the viable initial We have already begun that program. The modernization and mechanization of our agriculture sector, including among smallholder and communal farmers, is being given priority by my government. Efforts to improve livestock production and development, fisheries and poultry, among other programs, are being intensified, and in this sector we shall support our women and our youth. With regards to mining, success in the sector has seen our country achieve the US $12 billion mining sector target. However, we are not stopping. Our people must realize more benefits from our country's rich mineral resources. As such, value addition and beneficiation, as well as the support of small-scale miners through broader and win-win investments are key, and my government will provide services. During the last 5 years, we have been setting up, building and modernizing our national infrastructure. This includes our energy and transport infrastructure. We have built Wange 7 and 8, which has given us 635 megawatts during the first 5 years of the Second Republic. We intend to continue building more generation institutions to increase the power for our industry. That was supported by our friends, the People's Republic of China. And the people-centered projects such as what I have mentioned and the Bight Bridge border post, Robert Mugabe International Airport, as well as Chivu, Maroba Nyanti and Mchekeranwa Dam have all been completed. Works on the Harare Bight Bridge Highway, Gwai Shangani and the Kunzu Dam, among others, are well on course, and we shall complete them under this 5-year term. Outstanding works must be completed, and the economic benefits from these projects must trickle down and impact on the standard of living of our people. this end, the delivery of quality and the modern social services must be prioritized by our Zanu-led government. Particularly, I challenge the party through this conference to take keen interest in the development and the promotion of orderly urbanization, water and the waste management challenges in our cities. These must be conclusively be addressed. But better still, it is necessary that these cities come under the control of the focused and organized ZANU-PF. We must not shy away from making bold decisions to protect our people from social and health time bombs. It is commendable that, as the Revolutionary Party, we are championing biodiversity and good environmental management practices that made tichichengetedza masango nemhuka dzedu, masango ndedu, mhuka ndedzedu. We must protect our trees, we must protect our wildlife, while also beautifying our environment. Through our conservation efforts, Zimbabwe should remain an attractive and a safe tourism destination. My dear comrade delegates, the importance of embracing cutting-edge and the smart technologies, science and innovation cannot be overemphasized. This is how countries in the north developed. They embraced the science and technology, and as a result, they are now called the first world. So, we in Zimbabwe, for the purpose of developing and modernizing our industries and our own economy, we have introduced science and technology in all our state universities because that is necessary for the development, modernization of our motherland. As the 20th National People's Conference, we must therefore profile measures to harness digitalization and efficient systems to propel modernization, industrialization, and quality service delivery in all our cities. The Heritage-Based Education 5.0, which saw the introduction of innovation hubs and industrial parks across all our institutions of higher education, is bearing positive fruits. Because you know, ukaenda ku university kumasungo greatly Masungo University unobona vakomana vasikana vachigadzira zvokumwa zvinova zvokuti chibva kumafutsu michero, vachigadzira mafuta okuzora, vachigadzira zvokunwa zvatange chihoda kune dzimwe nyika. Ukaenda kuBindura University munozanzi vaSAU vano takavaita challenge 2 years ago vakomana vasikana vapaBindura University kuti mari idzi vakomana vasikana maSAU aya ndoda kuti gore rinouya ndichidzoka ndione magadzira zvamunenge magadzira nemaSAU iko zvino vakuita manufacture sipo dzokugeza nemaSAU, madhiriki 3 nemaSAU, ice cream nemaSAU. Ukaenda kumashore centro vasikana vacho vachizora mafuta vanaka zvokuti it is necessary that we allow our boys and girls at universities doing sciences to dream and dream and dream. Some dreams come true, some do not come true. We don't care. But we must finance their dreams. So, our party and our society in general is called upon to readily adopt these emerging inventions and innovations by our talented young boys and girls at these institutions. We should take pride in our homegrown solutions, products and services. Our communities are also aiming to approach our institutions of higher learning to come up with solutions and products that address their unique socio-economic and technological needs. Since the Second Republic, why? Because we have allowed them, we give them money, we've created innovation hubs at these institutions so that our talented boys and girls can dream and they dream about their country. And because of that, no strikes. Meanwhile, Zanu PF recognizes that women and youth, along with other groups such as the disabled, are crucial for our country's sustainable development. Madzimai nevechidiki vakakosha nyika yenu. Nekumabasa ekushandura upfumi hwenyika yenu. As such, the party ensured inclusion of a 30% women quota in local authorities and 10 youth members of Parliament and National Assembly. This new reality must translate into more inclusive policies and programs that advance the needs and the concerns of our women and the young people. Zanu PF is walking the talk and leaving no one and no place behind in our country's development and the governance systems. Comrades, delegates, in conclusion, as we celebrate our achievements, let us not forget that the road ahead requires all of us to roll up our sleeves and work towards consolidating our gains, while never losing sight of the need to leapfrog the multi-pronged development of our beloved motherland. On engagement and re-engagement, your Zanu PF party government has introduced engagement and re-engagement. Engagement with every country or international organization which is willing to engage with us. Re-engagement with those who have disengaged with us. We say, let us re-engage. That is our foreign policy. Because we are a friend to all and an enemy to none. Those who choose to be our enemies is not our fault. We never say be our enemies. So we are a friend to all and the enemy to none. This is the philosophy of the Mutapa people. The speedy attainment of Vision 2030 is our collective responsibility as the party and the nation as a whole. I therefore appeal to this conference to keep focus on strategies to grow, modernize, industrialize our nation. Thematic committees, discussions, and the final conference resolutions must accordingly reflect this bias for our country. The irreversible journey to fulfill our election promises has already begun. Our colossal revolutionary mass party, Zanu must drive to deliver. This is who we are. We are a party that delivers, a party of action, and a party of results. And you are. Allow me, in line with Article 6, Section 34, Subsection 1 of the amended 2023 Party Constitution, to present the Central Committee report for consideration by the 20th National People's Conference. This is the Central Committee report which I tabled. And this is the new amended Zanu Constitution, which I also tabled. The detailed report which I have tabled gives an overview of various activities undertaken by respective party departments, including, for the first time, those by the newly established party departments and the War Veterans League. Accordingly, I now table the Central Committee report for consideration and adoption by the 20th National People's Conference. By the same token, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare this landmark revolutionary Zanu Conference officially opened. I wish delegates a fruitful deliberations. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. Zanu